Welcome to the new year. I am so ready for AI in 2026 because this is the year that we're going to have AI start actually doing things for us. All those agents that we've been talking about, they're happening. We're this much closer to AI employees. We spent 2025 laying the foundation. We selected our tools, created policies, trained our teams, and created AI literate workforce. These people who are now using AI to brainstorm and to draft and to plan and even to review their work, they're now asking, when is it just going to do the thing for me? When will it do my tax return for me? When will it review and annotate this contract for me or prepare the case? Well, there are three areas where there are still gaps between the technology today and it being able to do the tax return for me. I'm going to tell you what they are today so that you know where each is at, what you can actually do with AI agents today, and what is still watch and wait. It's important to understand for two reasons. One is that you can implement what's ready, and the other is that when people sell you or try to sell you AI agents and AI employees, you'll be able to understand if this is something really worthy or if they're selling you something that you could build in one prompt in 1 hour. And I'll invite you, of course, to join me in webinars and workshops that are coming up in 2026 so that we can build these things together. The first gap that we have for AI doing the work for us today is that we need to give it clear playbooks. It's not enough that AI knows how to do everything in the world. We need it to know how I like my tax returns done and how I like reviewing contracts, what my policies are. And so for that, we need to give it a good system prompt that gives it a role and tells it how to complete my task. We've been doing that in 2025. This area is pretty much resolved. We've been creating agents that can run in the background, triaging our inbox, categorizing our calendar, monitoring a certain spreadsheet, and whenever there's a new line, doing something about it. Or that we can go to them and ask them to do a thing. Hey, go review this document. Hey, go do a thing for me. That kind of agents we've been creating and we're going to create more and more of. You can do it in all the major tools, in Microsoft Copilot, in ChatGPT, in Gemini, in Zapier, and more. If you haven't been doing that, this is something you need to get on top of. The second gap that we need to cover is that in order for AI to do a good job for me, I needed to have deep context in my world. I needed to understand this particular client, but the client information is in my practice management system. I needed to understand, to have a look at the past times that I've done this job, but this is in files in my file management system. I needed to understand my policies. I needed to be aware of some conversations that I had with a client and with my team or with my boss who briefed me on this job. And all this information is in different places. The technology is being developed to solve that. You'll hear things like MCP servers. I'll go into more depth on that in another time. But basically what it means is that we're creating this universal connectivity where I will be able to take my AI tool of choice, Copilot, ChatGPT, whatever it is, and connect it into all my system, my practice management system, my file management system, my meeting transcripts, and everything so that it can go and ask questions and look around and get context on this client or on my world and use that when it's doing tasks for me. And it will also be able to write back into these systems if needed. This gap is sort of halfway closed, or it's on the way. Why? Because the standards have been developed, the technology is there, but many of the app vendors are still developing their MCP servers to allow AI to look into their data. And the way for us users to connect, to set up these connectors is getting better and better all the time. So this technology is there, but it's a bit of a hit and miss. I'm playing with it. Innovators and early adopters are playing with it. If you're not working with it and you're not clear on what MCP server is right now, don't worry about it. You'll probably need to know in a few months, and I'll make sure to keep you up to date. The final missing bit for AI to be able to do the work for me is that I need to give it hands. I need it to be able to go into my work paper in Excel and type in it. I need it to be able to go on a certain website and complete a form for me, or upload documents, or download documents, or copy here and paste there and write a thing. This is probably the gap that's the most open at the moment. That's going to take the longest to be figured out. There are a lot of ways that technology is trying to figure it out. One of them is through agentic or AI-powered browsers, which are becoming the norm, and I believe that in 2026 they will totally be the norm. And they are things like Comet from Perplexity, Atlas from OpenAI, agents in Microsoft Edge, and the same in the Google platform. That's where I can ask the browser not only to find things for me, but also to do things in the browser. I can go complete this form, place this order, fill this work paper, etc. This technology is still young and has a lot of risks. So we'll talk about it in depth another time. What you need to do today is be aware, or maybe have one or two people in your firm that you trust that can start experimenting with it and let you know when it's ready. And of course, I'll let you know as it matures as well. So in summary, the 3 things that need to happen so AI can actually do things for us are: 1, playbooks. We need to be able to tell it how to do the thing. And that is pretty much there. These are agents we've been creating in the later part of 2025, and we can continue doing it this year. Number 2, we need to give it deep context in our world. This technology is there in theory, but in practice, it's still being implemented in all the different systems so that we can connect them together. For most of us, this just means watch and wait. As these things evolve, we'll be able to start using them, and this is very soon. And the third one is giving AI hands so it can touch things. Again, technology that's pretty young and immature, but we can already have some of our teams start playing with it. It's still slow, it's not going to save you a lot of time, but we're starting to develop the understanding. If you're an innovator or early adopter, go for it, play with them all. But for most of us, the right place to be is with the early and late majority. For us, we need to be using the first level, creating AI agents that are just based on a playbook, and we need to be documenting our playbooks so that we can teach AI how to do our things. Do you want to know more or actually get some of these things done together? Go to inbal.com.au/events and join me for some of the webinars where you can ask some questions, or the workshops where we're actually going to get these things done together. I'll see you there.